Hi guys, welcome back to another video of Easy Tutorials. Today in this video you will learn how to add SVG animation on website using HTML and CSS. On my computer screen you can see one web page that I have created using HTML and CSS. In the center there is a circle which I have created using SVG. On this circle's border you can see some dots at some interval. When I click on any dot, you can see another border is coming and it is moving from one dot to another dot. This border animation is done using SVG animation. Content inside this circle and background image is also changing when I click on next dot. We will create this complete animated web page design using HTML, CSS and simple JavaScript. So don't skip any part and keep watching this video till the end. Before starting this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe Easy Tutorials YouTube channel if you are new on my channel. Now let's start this video. First I have one folder here, and in this folder I have one HTML file, one CSS file and one more folder with some images and icons that I will be using on this website. You can find all these images link in the description. Now I will open my text editor, which is brackets editor. Here I have added basic HTML structures and this is the CSS file. You can see I have connected HTML file with CSS with this line of code. Next we will come to the body tag and here we will create one division. So I am writing div and we are adding one ID main. Let's use this ID in the CSS file. Write it here with the hashtag because it is ID. Here we will add width and height and position relative. Next we will add background image, then URL and the image file path. Then background position will be center and background size will be cover. Save these changes, then open the HTML file with any web browser. I am opening with Google Chrome, so you can see this background image on this website. Let's come back and here we will create another div with the class name navbar. Let's create one more div and the class name I am adding logo. In this div we will add one logo, so I am using img, source and the file name. Next we will add nav tag and here we will create some list, so I am using ul and li. First list will add studio, then partners, next is media and next one is user. So we have 4 lists here. Let's refresh the web page and you can see this logo and this 4 list. Let's come back and copy this class name navbar, write it here in the CSS file with a dot. Here we will write width, it will be 85%, then margin, auto, display will be flex, align items center. So you can see different position for this logo and list. Here we will add some padding from top. So now you can see some space from the top. Next we'll copy the class name logo, write it here in the CSS file and for this one we'll set the flex basis 20%. Again write this logo class name, then img for the logo image. Here we will set the width and cursor will be pointer. So now you can see a small logo. Let's copy the tag nav here in the CSS file. Here we will write flex1 that will occupy all the available space in this row and text align right. Refresh the web page, you can see this list in the right side. Let's copy it again, then write UL and LI for the list. List style will be none, and we will change the color, and display will be inline block. We'll add some margin from the left side, and cursor will be pointer. Reload the web page. Now you can see all these lists in the horizontal line and some space between them. Now we'll add some content after this navbar. So here we will create one div, and let's add one class name circle box. Now we'll create the SVG file here. So here I'm writing SVG, and for this one we will set the height. I'm writing 500 and width also 500. Inside this SVG tag we will create one circle, so I'm using circle tag, and here I'm writing R is equal to 200, which is radius. Save these changes, reload the web page. Only 1/4 part is visible here, so we have to move it in the right side. So here we will write CX 200 and CY 200. So it will move the center point of the circle by 200 from left side and top. Reload the web page. Now you can see the circle is completely visible. Next we will add stroke width 1 pixel and stroke. This color, it will be gray. Reload the web page. You can see one stroke around this circle, which is in gray color. Let's write fill none, so that you can see the background will be transparent and only this border is visible here. Now after including this stroke width, our width of this circle is 402 pixel. So we will change the center position from the X, it will be 201, and from Y also 201. Let me decrease the size here 402 and 402 because our circle total width is 402. Reload the web page. You can see this circle is completely visible. Next we have to move it in the center. So just copy this class name, write it here in the CSS file, and here we will write position absolute. Height will be 450 pixel and width also 450 pixel. Top 50%, left 50%, and transform translate -50 and -50. So the circle box will be in the center. Next we will add one more circle over this circle. So just come back in the HTML file and simply duplicate it. And we will change the stroke, it will be white. Reload the web page. You can see there is one more circle which is coming after the first circle. So we have to set the position absolute for this one also. So let's copy this tag SVG, write it here. Here we will write position absolute. And we'll write top, left, and transform translate -50 and -50, so that these two circles will be on same position and it will be in center. So now you can see only one circle because the first one is hidden behind this second circle. So here we have radius of 200, so we will calculate the circumference of this circle. So just come to the Google and here we will write 2 into pi into radius, it is 200. So here we will get the circumference of this circle, which is 1256. So let me write ID here. For the second SVG, I am adding the ID SVG circle. Let's use this ID in the CSS file. Here we will write stroke dash array. It will be circumference, which is 1256. Next we'll add stroke dash offset. Let it be same. Save these changes and reload the web page. So you can see second circle is hidden. Now right click here and select inspect. Click on this SVG, then click on circle in the HTML file. Here you can see a stroke offset, it is 1256. Let me decrease it. If I am decreasing the stroke offset of the second circle, you can see the border length of the circle is increasing. And if I increase the offset, you can see the length is decreasing. We will divide this border length in 5 parts so that we can add 5 different dots. So just come on this calculator, and here we will divide this circumference by 5. So we got 251. So let me write this value in Notepad. So the first interval will be 251, then 502, then 753, then again add 251, it will be 1004. Now let's come back in the CSS file, and here we will write this value 1004. Now reload the web page and you can see 1/5 part of border is visible for second circle. Now we will add some dots on this SVG file. So let's come back to the HTML file, and here we will create one div, and in this div we'll create one span with ID step 1. Let's copy this tag span, write it here in the CSS file, and here we will write the position absolute and height will be 10 and width also same. And background will be white. And border radius 50%. Display will be block and cursor pointer. Reload the web page. You can see this dot here. Let's copy the ID, write it here, step 1. And for this one we'll write right 0, bottom 0. So right now you can see it is in this position. Now right click and select inspect. And here we will change the value of right and bottom, so that you can see it is moving from its position. Keep on changing the value of right and bottom until you get it to the right position. So we got this value where it will be on this position. Just copy it and add it in the CSS file. Now just copy this one, 753, next step, write it here. Now you can see this border is increased at this position. Now come back to the HTML file, duplicate it and change the ID, it is step 2. Now come to the CSS file, duplicate it and change it to step 2. Here we will change it to left 0 and bottom 30. So right now it is here. Again change its left and bottom value. So you will get the perfect position for the left and bottom. So we got this position, copy it and add it into the CSS file. So you can see this dot here. Now again duplicate it and here we will change it to step 3 and copy this one, 502. Write it here in the CSS file, offset. Reload the web page. You can see border at this position. Let's come to the CSS file, duplicate it and change it to step 3. And here we will change it to left 0 and top 0. Reload the web page. Now we have to move this dot, so here we will change the left and top value. So we got the correct position, paste it here. Now copy the next step, which is 251, write it here in the offset. Reload the web page. You can see this border at this position. Duplicate it in the HTML file and change it to step 4. And in the CSS also duplicate it and change it to step 4. Let's write right 0 and top 100. So right now it is here. Again we will change its position. Increase the value of right and decrease the value of top. So it is the perfect position for this dot. Copy this value and paste it here. Now we will add the fifth dot, so duplicate it and change the ID step 5. Duplicate it into the CSS file and it is step 5. Reload the web page. And here we will change the value from the right and top. So we got the right and top value for the fifth dot also. Paste it here. So now we have 5 dots here. Let's come to the CSS file, and here we will change the stroke dash offset position to the 100%, which is 1256. So that you can see the border for the second circle is not visible right now, and that we will enable after clicking on any dot. For that we will come back in the HTML file, and at the bottom before this closing body tag we will create script open and closing tag. Here we will create one variable and any name we will add svg circle document.getElementById and copy the ID from the above. So here we have added this ID svg circle, write it here. Now just copy this ID step, duplicate this line and write step 1, step 1. Simply duplicate it and keep on adding the next ID, which is step 2, then step 3, 4 and 5. Let's copy the first variable step 1 and here we will write add event listener click. Here we will write svg circle dot style dot stroke dash offset equals value. So when we will click the first one, the value will be 1004. Now refresh the web page and you can see if I click on this dot, this 1/5 border is visible. It is coming quickly, so we will add some transition. So just come back in the CSS file and here we will write transition 1 second. Again refresh the web page and click here. You can see this border is coming smoothly. Now just come back in the HTML file, duplicate it and here we will change it to step 2. And we will change the value, which is next one 753. Let's duplicate it again and it will be a step 3. And copy the next value, which is 502. Let's copy it again. And copy the next value, which is 251. And it is step 4. Let's duplicate it and change it to step 5. It will be 0. That's it. Save the changes. Reload the web page and you can see if I click on any dot, it will increase the border length, and if I click on the previous dot, it will decrease the border length. So this border animation is working perfectly. Next we will change the background image. So just copy this ID main, come back in the script, duplicate this line, and here we will write main and ID also main. Next we'll write main dot style dot background image equals, and let's come to the CSS file. You can see we have added this background image, so just copy this one and remove this line and add it into the HTML file, URL and file path. Reload the web page. Now you can see the same image is visible right now. Let me close this. So let's copy this line and we will add it here, and we will change the image file name, which is image2, paste it into the next one, and here also we will change the image, it is image3. Now paste in the next one and change the image file name. So we have different image when we click on different dots. Reload the web page and you can see if I click here, images keep on changing for background. Right now the image is changing very quickly, so we will add transition. So just come back in the CSS file, in this main we will add transition 1.5 seconds. Reload the web page. Now you can see some transition when changing the background image. So now background image is also changing and this border length is also animated. Next we will add content in this circle. So let's come back in the HTML file, and here we will create one div with the class name I am writing user box. Let's write one more div with the class name user, and here we will add the image. Reload the web page. Now you can see very big image on this web page. Let's copy this class name user box, write it into the CSS file. For this one we will set the width and position will be absolute. Top I am adding 100 pixel and left it will be 50%, and transform translate x minus 50%. It will be percent. Text align will be center and color white color. Transition 1 second. Now just copy the class name user, write it here, and after that write img. Width will be 80 pixel. Reload the web page. Now you can see very small image. Now come back to the HTML file, and here we will write one title. So I am using h1, and this will be the user's name in h1 tag. Then we'll add some text in p tag. So I am writing subscribe Easy Tutorials YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get latest update. Reload the web page. You can see user image, name and small description. After that we will add some social media icons. So here I am creating one div with the class name social links. Here we'll add image and the file path, which is facebook.png. Duplicate it and change the file name. It is Instagram image and it is Twitter, and the last one is LinkedIn image. Let's copy this class name social links, write it here in the CSS file, and here we will write img. its width will be 20 pixel. Reload the web page and you can see this social media icon also. Let's come to the CSS file. Just copy this one, write it here, and after that write P. Here we'll add some space, so I am adding margin. Then we are changing the color and line height. You can see some space around this small text. Here we'll add margin bottom, so you can see some space after this user image, and border radius for this image will be 50%. So you can see this image in this circle. You can see the social media icons radius is also changed, so just come back in the CSS file and here we will write border radius 0, and we'll add padding so that you can see some space between the social media icon and cursor will be pointer. So now it looks good. So similarly we will add more users here, so just come back in the HTML file and copy and duplicate it. Change the user image. Let's duplicate it again. And now we have 5 users information. We will change the user's name and user's image. Then save the changes and reload the web page. So you can see different users image here, and right now it is coming one after another. Just copy this class name user, write it here, and here we will set the height so that you can see some space between each users. So next we have to move its position when we click on any dot. For that, just come back in the HTML file, and with this user box class name we will add one ID also. So ID I am writing user box. Let's copy this ID and come to this script, duplicate this line and add this variable name and this ID. Now come to the first step. Here we will write this variable dot style dot top, and it will be minus 350 pixel because we are moving its position by 450 pixel. Let's reload the web page and you can see we are not able to click on this dot because of the Z index. So we will come back in the CSS file, and for this span we will write the Z index 10. Reload the web page, and now you can see if I click here, it will change its position. So similarly we will add this position changing on each dots. Just copy this line, add it into the second step and change it by 450 pixel. Now for the third step, increase it by 450. Now for the fourth step and fifth one, it will be 1700. Reload the web page, and now you can see if I click here, it is keep on changing the content in this circle. Right now you can see these contents are visible outside this SVG circle. So we will come back in the CSS file, and for this circle box we will write overflow hidden. Save these changes, reload the web page, and you can see only one user is visible and it is changing when I click on any next dot, and background is also changing and its border is also increasing and decreasing. So this is how you can add SVG animation on your website. I hope this video will be helpful for you. If so, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel Easy Tutorials, and please share this video with your friends and share it on your social media profiles. Thank you so much for watching this video.